Hello! This is Battle Chasers Nightwar, which is like the worst name for a game ever, maybe. Um, I'm sure it made sense to someone. I mean, there was money put it. Hi! Um, so I've been playing this for a bit. I'm 4 to 5 hours in, and I just felt like making a quick summary video of my kind of current status, current feelings, and maybe if my feelings change, I'll make another one. But yeah, so I am mid dungeon right now. You can see the map. I haven't explored too much of it. Um, uh, I'm in like a Lysolot camp, where Lysolots are like gigantic wolf people. Not, I don't know if they're wolf. You can tell me in the comments what kind of animal you think they are. But they're big hulking brutes with big weapons, and they like to smash me. Um, it's the second dungeon, and each dungeon you get to pick a difficulty level. So I'm on like the hard difficulty, not the challenge difficulty, because I don't need a challenge right now. Hard is good. Normal, I don't want to be a pansy, um, but I'll do hard. Um, and so I got 3 characters right now. There are 5 characters in the opening cinematic, so I assume I'll be getting them soon-ish. I think probably pretty soon. Um, but I got big hulking golem dude who does healing magic. Surprise. I got the main character, the daughter of the famous. She's the daughter of the famous warrior knight person, and has inherited his gauntlets. Why you got this? She's like a tanky bruiser, and then this guy who is like very aggro focused, and I'm building him very glass cannon. Um, and yeah, so let's move. As you can see here, they all have health and mana bars, but they also have these like abilities which you can only use in dungeons, kind of similar to Wild Arms in a way. The Lady Gully has like a smash that stuns enemies around you before you get into battle, and also apparently supposed to break like dungeon walls, like Dark Souls walls, I guess. But I haven't seen any of those yet. I haven't used it for that yet. This guy's got a dash that if you dash into an enemy, he starts the battle with like extra speed, and then the healing robot has a healing spell that heals your party a little bit. Um, I've mostly been using her because I like getting into battles and having my enemies stunned. So you can see it's one of those RPGs where you can see the enemies beforehand. When they've got the little links above their heads, that means if you jump into a battle, you'll be fighting them together, which can be efficient but also more difficult. In addition, you find these little pieces of lore around, which you usually find the messages in out of order, which I don't know how intentional that is, but it makes it kind of difficult to follow the story. So in this case, it's a reply from the Frostclaw tribe. The one you're referring to, the villager from the west, was delivered to us with a broken leg and a fever. Whether he got that during his capture or after, we don't know. He refused treatment from the shaman, fearing the taint of magic. Who knows, this could be referring to our lost party member who we were separated from in the opening cinematic. One of the cool things about the lore is they actually incentivize you to pick it up, because if you get all the notes in one of the lores in the dungeon, you get bonuses like money, or in this case, a perk point. So perk points are like the skill trees. So you can see Gully, I have spec'd into Guardian, so I can like reassign these points however I want. As you can see, I have 12 total points to put between these trees as much as I want. And in this case, I've got Gully spec'd into Guardians. It's got a armor bonus, evade bonus, health. This is like endurance, stamina bonus. Um, Good stuff. Calibretto, my golems, spec'd into healing, and Garrison, my attacky dude, is spec'd into attacky. And they get more perk points when they level up, etc. And then they have abilities. We'll see these abilities in combat. Okay, let's get into a battle. Let's dash into a battle here. Oh shit, walking through. Okay, that goo was not the right thing to walk in. Okay, so this is battle, standard RPG battle. It's got that, I guess it's like a Star Ocean type system where you can see who's coming up in actions, and when you do something like pick an action, like if I wanted to use Rage Wave to hit all enemies for magic damage, then it shows me when it's going to happen. In this case, he's got a big haste bonus because we used the dash, so it would happen essentially immediately. Down here we got the mana and how much mana this would cost. I can actually, instead of doing that, I think I'm going to use... So your normal actions build up something called overcharge, which is like temporary mana that you can only use in that battle. So there's a lot of interesting kind of balance between, okay, do I want to use these less effective attacks to build up this mana so that when I use my more powerful spell-like ability, I'm not depleting. So I'm going to use that. I'm going to sting this bomber dude, generate some overcharge, and then use that overcharge as mana for a wave to hit both of them or something like that. So because I stood in this slime, I got corroded a bit, so I'd be taking extra damage. And what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to cleanse that using kind of this like limit break style ability, which is called Burst, which you gain burst bar by dealing damage and taking damage. You can have like 2 charges of it right now. Right now I have level 2 burst. So I'm going to use Purify, which is the limit break for Calibretto, and what that's going to do is heal my team and remove 2 debuffs from them. So I'm just going to remove these buffs. I've been using this a lot because it's essentially like a free healing spell. It doesn't use any mana. It cleanses the debuffs. It looks really cool. These dungeons are a bit of a slog, so it can be rough. So what I've been doing generally when I'm facing against multiple people is setting Gully into taunt mode, which increases her defense and forces them to attack her for the next 3 attacks. So I use her to keep the damage off everybody else. Use her defend ability to raise her defenses, use her shield abilities to shield herself, hit them a bunch with the dude with the big sword, and heal my tank with my healer. It's been my general battle strategy right now. Okay, so I used my sting to get some overcharge. I'm going to use that overcharge to do, let's do a cleave on this dude. And that's going to hit him and the nearby enemy, which in this case is just this dude. Abilities have speed. Ow. Abilities have speed, so it'll determine how long it takes to actually carry it out. And in this case, I got hit again, so I'm being burned, but it's really not that big of a deal. I am gonna just punch with the big dude, because what he does is he makes things take more damage, he sunders them. This way, with these 2 people, I can attack, kill them. And then just kill this guy. So I've got a bunch of regen abilities on right now from Calibretto. The dungeons can be a bit of a slog, or rather, they're a marathon, not a race, as they say. Oh, the guy get caught in that battle. So I found that like managing your mana and your health is really important, especially if you want to clear out every room, which I do because I'm a dumb completionist. But yeah, I'm looking at this dude and I'm trying to figure out like what. It's pretty wolfy, right? And it's got this Leica in his name, so yeah. Okay, this guy should be pretty fast. I'm just gonna smack him a bunch. You'll notice I have all these question marks about this guy. As you kill a type of enemy more and more, you get information about them, like how much how much health they have total, and what the names of their spells are that they're gonna cast. This guy's just casting a buff on himself, and he's just gonna die. So like having little battles like that is useful because I have these end of battle regeneration abilities. So it can kind of help me heal up from the previous battles. Okay. You can, in the middle of dungeons, find these workbenches where you can learn crafting recipes and then use them here. So there are like traps and things to watch out for. Let's see, this looks like a track for a trap, yes. Yeah. It's fast. Oh, did it hit an enemy? Made a splorch noise. Oh shit. Caught on geometry. Yeah, looks like it's hitting that dude. Sweet. I'll let it go one more time. Fight. Okay, it didn't take that much damage. Okay, yeah, so I'm gonna do a similar kind of thing here. Use my sting to build up some overcharge, and then use that for a wave to deal damage. People, they're all prepping spells, looks like. Oh man, this bat just increased its evade chance, which I really hate. Just do a gut punch. Just try to burn down the spider. I'm gonna use shielded assault, which is Gully's burst. Useful. I'm gonna shield all of our team with a medium-sized shield, and while they have that shield, they get a 10% there. Okay, so they burst her shield, so she's not gonna have that bonus, but hopefully they don't burst his shield while he's charging with this rage wave. Okay, what do we want to do here? I'm gonna put on the Nature's Boon. No, I'm gonna put a healing touch, which is like a heal over time on Gully. And Gully's gonna use taunt. Gully's just gonna tank the hits here. Have some heal over time. This is fine. Rage wave. Gully has one more taunt left, so it's just gonna use defense. Healer dude's gonna punch this bat, try to kill it. Not quite. And it's casting something, but I just want to kill this bat if I can. Maybe I Yeah, I'm just gonna. Okay, this is, so we built up a 10 overcharge on big dude, so he's gonna use just a single target heal on our tank. Our tank is just gonna punch this dude. And so we have a little bit of overcharge here, but can we use it on Warblade's just like a single target thing, deals damage. And here, do this guard punch, which deals a little bit more damage than a normal punch and increases the defenses. Force attack over there. Okay, we're good. So now you've seen a bit of how battles work. You get bonuses in XP for a bunch of different things, like if you kill multiple enemies with one attack, or if you like overkill an enemy, it'll give a multiplier on the XP for that enemy. Or if you finish a battle like without taking any damage, or without spending any mana, there's a lot of different little things that it watches for and gives you bonus experience on. Okay. Chieftain has left for another visit to his benefactor to the north. It will be a half moon's time before his return. If there ever was an opportunity to free our people, it's now. His tyranny will be our destruction. He may be subject to her schemes, but we don't have to be. So, as I said, there's like some kind of internal strife happening between. Oops. Glad we missed that. Some internal strife happening. Let's see, let's not get stalactited again. Good. Check this upper area here. Chest. There have been a lot of mimics lately, so we're hoping for not one of those. Is there a way you can tell? It isn't moving or anything. I'm assuming it's not a mimic. It's a mimic. Avoid that attack. And then, They're slightly annoying, but not too bad, because they're just one, so I can use my super fun tank strategy. It is annoying that I can't skip this. It is really cool looking, but I've seen it maybe 20 times now, and I'd love to skip it. So I've stacked this up 3 times, and every time you stack it, it increases, or it resets the duration. So it's going to take 3 times 18 damage over the next 3 turns, or each turn for the next 3 turns. So that's pretty good damage. And it built me up a bunch of overcharge. Just like their limit break. Chomp. Just gonna get poisoned. Get the guy's grasp, and I'm gonna use this Warblade. So Warblade can like suck up a bunch of extra overcharge to deal a bunch of extra damage. So that's normally been what I've been doing here to try to deal more damage to this guy with less attacks, so that I don't get poisoned. And the dog keeps eating. Kill a mimic, you get the stuff that's inside. Let's just open up our character sheet here and see we got armor for this guy. So let's see, higher physical and magic defense, higher stamina, lower haste. Well, losing the haste sucks, but as you can see, it's only 0.9%, so I'm just going to go for the raw stats on this one. Not quite sure about the crafting and equipment system right now. I'm having this feeling like I should go back and explore this other room, because that's the completionist in me, but I'm going to hope to find a teleporter pad, and then I can teleport back to the beginning. Okay, we got some enemies over there. What do we want to do? Just use a heal. There we go. Then we'll be fine. Just gonna not walk in the slime. So Calibretta just has one of his abilities. He can just cleanse. It's pretty overpowered. Okay, pick up some boxes, read some more lore. So it seems like this is like a bandit camp. Let's see, where are we on? We've got. Oh, that was a new one. Okay, so we're close on this tribal messages. We're still starting on these others. Let's try the door. Ooh, what are you? Spikes. Those are spikes. Okay. Nice tunic. Not a lot of damage. Put tunic on. Sweet. Better defense, better magic defense, better stamina. That's a ton of fucking defense. Jeez. Okay. Good tank. Visible. Benefit of fighting them separately. Oh, well, I guess I should have gone this way first. No big deal. Took a little bit of damage. Nothing my giant robot can't fix. EXP bonuses for that. But not a lot. That dude's big. Let's use this guy's burst. See it. Just does a bunch of damage. Puts a big bleed on him. tribes. Keeps calling more tribes to Path of Fangs. He forces their mightiest warriors to bend the knee in the Ring of Battle. Instead of purging them, he asks for a blood pact. Sounds like there's some magic afoot here. Okay, so I completed that tribe messages, so I got a bonus perk point for my big dude and some gold. Still don't get to see what it looks like. Nice. Really needed a new gun for him, so. That's a big difference in attack power. He might actually start doing damage. Let's be the guy with the dash. Really would have been nice to have a teleporter here. There's a fishing minigame. It's not very good, or at least not very fun to me right now. I haven't invested in it yet, though. I don't know if that's something that I need to do, like spend in-game cash to... Did I go up here? I did go up here. Expend in-game cash to get better lures and stuff. I mean, I haven't met the person yet that I'm supposed to, like, turn the fish into, so right now it does 0 for me. But I know there is a system. I just haven't discovered it yet. Haha! This means I probably have missed a large number of these in the past, which I'm not super happy about. Mimic? No. Oil of Pain. It seems to think that's a good thing, so maybe I should start using them. They, like, increase your damage for a couple turns. I mean, that just doesn't seem like a lot of... It's essentially wasting a turn in order to get, like, 100 damage. I could just do an attack, and that would be 100 damage. It's like, I should just like sell those things. There was a swell of activity in the path recently. Almost all trade merchants began to swear the route off, save for the bravest or most desperate. Or more desperate? Stories suggesting a strange aura or pall hanging over the arena like a dark cloud, encouraging both man and beast to take a wide berth. So big. I'm starting to feel like I probably could have done the challenge difficulty. You can redo dungeons at a different difficulty, so maybe I'll try. Which is why I think the dungeons are semi-randomized, as you can just tell from the map. It seems like something that could be semi-randomized. What are you? Sure. Got it. Got the Vessel of War. Oh, it thirsts for power. Does that mean I've got to kill people now? Because I'm pretty good at that. Notes from the Dock Lady. Where we at? That's not way to go. Fight me. Fight me. Does it say anything different now? Nope. I was thinking maybe like while I killed things it would like grow in power or something. But is a double knockout. Nice. Oh, so close to leveling. This should do it. Sick. Oh my god. Look at all those things. Look at all those things. Okay, I'm not actually going to look at any of those things until I'm going to do one more battle, get Garrison up. And then I'll look at everybody's things. I guess I can look at this thing. Flame Slug. Burst 2. That's pretty nice. Let's see what it looks like. It looks like a perfect map. Be on fire. Does seem to be pretty effective. Very nice. There. I guess 10 is a big thing. Let's see. What's up? Okay, new combat abilities. Looks like the big thing here was Flame Slug. I knew about that. New skills. Okay. So, fires a projectile. This is the dungeon skill. Fires a projectile that will damage enemies and put an ignite debuff on them for the next battle. Nice. Perks. Got a bunch of brand new perks. Defense up perks. Attack power perks. And then, what's this? This is... Ooh, cleanse grants overcharge. That's nice. And improve Gaia's Fist. Also nice. Interesting. Okay, let's look at Gully. Become immune to dungeon damage and increase defense when entering battle. Interesting. Nice. Boulder Toss. Deal 78 damage to each enemy and stun them. Nice. Also nice. And perks. Let's see. We got some haste up, some attack power up. Increase the damage shield of Barrier Swing by 11. Ooh, I like Barrier Swing. Like a damage that also shields someone. And increase physical defense by... Okay, we need that. So how do we get that? Let's see. Oh, I just have it. No, I have 4 points remaining. Okay, so let's take these off. Nothing in Adventure, right? Both of these make sense. I think so. Let's see. How much is this? It's like 20 health. It's probably better to have the increased armor than it is to have 20 health. So we'll do that. Anything in here that's good? Yeah, no. Okay. Looking at Garrison's new stuff. We've got add bleed to cleave, which is interesting because there are things that like combo off of bleed, so that might be nice. Better haste, better crit chance, better attack power. Okay, well, might be worth it to do this, I think. Just really glass cannon him. He's got some points. Let's do that for now. Okay, Garrison's new stuff. Relentless Assault. Increase crit chance by all allies by 60% for the next 2 actions. Oh, and he immediately acts again. That's useful. Crit chance, I don't know how I feel about it. But... And then flash blind. Blind creatures. Enter combat zone. Okay. So yeah, I might tack on a bit to the end of this if something exciting happens, but okay, so we're back here and probably about to fight a boss. Fun, fun, fun. I mean, okay. Bad. Ring, a new sword. This goes to the collector.
I've never seen a Lysolot use magic before. Let alone dark magic.
I do not believe a Lysolot would take up the way of mana on his own. It must be taught, or forced.
You mentioned the Dark Lady. Could that be who gave him his powers?
Likely. And I'll bet she's also the one who sent the bandits after that sword.
We gotta find Monica and Nolan, but this seems bad.
This must be why we were shot down. Why we were already known as outsiders.
The Dark Lady doesn't want anyone interfering. We must find the others. Then we can make a plan.
The plan should be to leave. As fast as possible. Let's go take out the cannon and get to Junktown.
I guess I totally failed to mention the story and the full voice acting in the game. It's quite good. The story seems cool so far. It's, I don't know, one of those standard RPG storylines of like, where is mana and magic coming from? yeah, story seems quite good. Interesting so far. I think this is a rather story-driven franchise, so it makes sense. Sweet, got the Tome of Knowledge. Okay, I'm gonna go check out my loot, and we're gonna go back to final thoughts now. Thanks for watching. But that's a overall little quick overview of this game as it exists 5 or 6 hours in. I imagine I'll be getting a new character soon, not sure what that's going to mean. There's still things as yet unlocked, like the fishing system. There's an arena that is currently locked to me. There's a system by where like you defeat big enemies and they drop things, and then you trade those in for like tokens at like a collector, and then you can exchange those tokens for like big armor and stuff. That's actually where I got this blade, which is really powerful, and this guy gives me additional gold found in combat, which I've been very low on gold recently, so I'm happy to have that. There's crafting systems, things like that, that I really haven't explored too deeply yet. And the dungeons are fun, and, you know, you didn't really see any difficult battles yet, but there's definitely been chances of a total team wipe in some of the more difficult stuff in the early dungeon. So far hasn't been anything too difficult here. I think I've built up a rather strong strategy, which is, I think, keeping me safe so far. Plus I've got a lot of kind of recuperation abilities between my regen from Calibretto and Garrison's Second Wind, things like that. That's meant I haven't had to use like any potions in this battle, where I like totally ran out of potions in the last dungeon I mean. But yeah, so far enjoying it. Curious to see how it proceeds forward. And you know, if it changes greatly, I might chime in with another video here. So thanks for watching, and like and subscribe, I guess. I don't know. Just go buy this game if it seems interesting to you, and if you do, let me know. Cool. Bye.